Good afternoon, SpeedGaming 5, and welcome to today's Super Metroid Randomizer Choozo tournament match. This is a week 3 match between liesandgasoline and 64-bit Link. So, settings that our runners have come up with are full countdown, full area rando, vanilla bosses, hard difficulty, random escape, early morph, and vanilla start. So, it's going to be a good one. I'm Craze Gamer, and I'll be taking you through commentary for today's match. And we are off. All right, we've got a Kirby ship, and we've got a Super Nintendo console. Very good. So, full countdown is a full item randomization, but you'll see in the upper left-hand corner, there's a number that denotes how many major items are in this area. So, in criteria, which also include for install, there are 2 major items. One of them's the morph ball, so that is guaranteed. So there's one other item in criteria, which is a pretty light criteria, all things considered. So the morph ball is either going to be on the vanilla location, or it's going to be in the ceiling on the right side. Okay, there's our morph ball. Now we'll see what other minor items come up here, because there is a area portal on the left side, but the runners are going to need power bombs in order to check that. So, all right, well, there's power bombs, so the check is accessible, but it's also a risky check because the side hoppers that are in that room deal either 60 or 80 per hit. So it is tough. It's tough, it's okay getting there because you could tank a hit. But if the portal doesn't lead to anything, you have to come back, which means you have to avoid getting hit again. So we'll see if our runners choose to check that portal or not. Also, liesandgasoline is getting the power bomb after everything else, which means going back to Billy Mays is going to be a little bit of a time loss. 64-bit Link is probably going to check Billy Mays just to see if the last major is here, and if not, then just getting super missiles will probably be good too. Alright, so liesandgasoline is going to at least check the item that's behind here. It's missiles, it's not supers, which is probably fine. 64-bit Link is going to check Billy Mays, though. Finding the last major would obviously be good, but finding supers would also be good. Alright, reserve, it does not count as a major item, so that's not going to decrease the counter. And it's just missiles again. Alright, liesandgasoline is going to forego the portal check and is instead going to head back up. Energy tank under Mother Brain. Old Mother Brain is good. We may need some energy tanks for hell runs later, especially if Norfair comes up sooner rather than later. Yeah, liesandgasoline is... Actually, both of our runners are using not custom skins, but they're using not vanilla skins. They do not have any suits at the moment. Okay, Lies and Gasoline is going to check 230. Getting the most out of the power bombs before they have to refill the ship. And oddly enough, that's more power bombs. That's very good. So normally I would say you'd want 15 power bombs for the Bryn loop, but Brinstar is probably not where you'd expect Brinstar to be, so that's not going to be a consideration, but you'd still want power bombs anyway, just to have movement and ways to get around. Let's see what Bomb Chorizo's holding for us. Alright, well, it's the last major, and unfortunately that means we're gonna have to go exploring. And also, we have to fight a statue. .64-bit link picks up Wave as well, and we'll be fighting Bomb Chorizo momentarily. Good fight for 64-bit link. Lies and Gasoline, getting the Alcatraz escape. Save the power bomb. And 64-bit link follows up with their own Alcatraz escape. Now, one of the good things about Full Countdown is we know that there's no more major items, so we know that the items up here at the back of Gauntlet are not going to be major items, but it's still good to check what minor items are up there just in case there's something good like energy tanks or maybe super missiles that we'll want to come back for. So here's our first portal check. Torian goes to Red Tower, and there's one item in Red Brinstar. So Red Brinstar and Red Tower has a lot of portals to check. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 6 portals. Okay, so that goes to Main Street. That's not vanilla-ish, but it's like something you'd expect in light area. No boss rando this time, so if you find Kraid's hideout, you're gonna get Kraid. Okay, found Upper North here with 4 items. Checking the tube portal is out of logic without high jump boots or gravity, but it's going to break open the glass anyway, and the jump will get you enough to get into the portal the first time, but you can't get back unless you have gravity or high jump. So Lies and Gasoline will know that that is East Meridia, but can't do much with it because it doesn't have gravity to proceed further. So Red Brinstar does not have a lot of items to really go with. Like, there's only like maybe 4 if I'm doing my count right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so this portal goes to Upper Norfair's Croc exit. And I don't think Lies and Gasoline checked Spazer, because they don't have super missiles, they can't check it. Okay. So, that's already 2 items that they're leaving behind. They're leaving behind X-Ray, and they're leaving behind Spazer as well. Whoa, can't check the 2 items behind Alpha Peebs either, so there's just... Oh, they have to leave behind everything, because they can't check Beta Power Bombs either. Ooh, this is rough. Alright, this is just portal checking. The Green Brinstar is a good one. Ooh, that's one major item there. That's an ice beam under the bridge. And there's our first super, so... Oh, and there's also a Spazer. 2 majors right off the bat. $64-bit Link is also going to find Green Brinstar. Let's see if he chooses to go for the other portal in Red Brinstar and chooses to push Green Brinstar, which we know is going to result in some good items, but both runners are going to leave behind that last portal in Red Brinstar. We'll very likely have to come back to that later. Lies and Gasoline does pick up the ice beam. Let's see if they can get out without having... Yep, very good. So, you may have noticed on Lies and Gasoline's side, the map door is gray. Because in Random Escape, when you leave terrain at the end of the game, you're not going to get spit out at the Criteria Shaft, you're going to get spit out at a random map station. So our runners will have to make their way back to the surface of the planet from either Brinstar, Meridia, Wreck Ship, or Norfair. And with supers now in tow, Lies and Gasoline it's going to clean up the checks that they left behind on the first go-around. That's going to be Beta Power Bombs and Alpha Power Bombs, which has 2 items behind it. And we have found the last major in Green Brinstar, which is the X-ray scope. Not a huge upgrade, but if you find a plasma and a charge, that gives you a way to easily destroy some bosses. And found the last major in Red Brinstar, which is bombs. This will be good for getting up worst room in the game, getting up to Criteria Power Bombs and Gauntlet easily. Granted, I don't know if this difficulty expects the runners to do the delayed wall jump to get to Gauntlet anyway, but it is still good to have. It means you spend less power bombs in Gauntlet. And Lies and Gasoline is going to check the last portal in Red Brinstar, while 64-bit Link is cleaning up Edacoons and may choose to go into Big Pink. And the last portal is the Wreck Ship, a empty Wreck Ship. Oof. Well, that's going to be a very easy decision for our runners. Kill Phantoon and get out. Maybe check a portal if they need to. Okay, so our runners high five on there as they cross paths. I would imagine 64-bit Link will clean up the rest of the red tower checks. Liesandgasoline, deciding not to check the Edekun's power bomb item. It is a little bit of a lengthy check, and we know it's not a major, so time to just head back out. And at this point, we'll see where he elects to go. Yep, going to Big Pink. Again, we know that there's not going to be any major items here, but there's going to be a couple of quick minor items that we can check here. The Super Missile, which is, I believe, just either a regular missile or E-Tank in vanilla, and there's also the missile in just before Charge Beam. Pretty easy checks to make, no reason not to just pick them up on the way. And because we haven't found Charge yet, our runners are probably going to consider picking up minor items as they come up. Okay, so 64-bit Link also finds the wrecked ship with a big 0 on it. So gonna save that fight for later. And here comes another portal check for Liesandgasoline. Green Hill Zone goes to Croc with one item behind him. And while 64-bit Linky is farming at the Vol Plumes, which is sensible, he may be thinking about going into Wreck Ship and just killing Phantoon while he's here, but can't check the portal on the other side, doesn't have the items necessary for it. So we'll see what Liesandgasoline wants to do here. It is possible to check everything behind Croc, but it's a little bit of a time waste, because he'll have to do Green Gate Glitch to check what is normally at Grapple Beam. We'll have to Infinite Bomb Jump to get Indiana Jones missiles, and then come back up. Also, there's Croc PBs, which is accessible through Infinite Bomb Jumps, and may be able to do some nonsense with Ice Beam and the bugs, but that is a little bit tricky also. So he decides against the infinite bomb jump, and it's just gonna check sine wave, and then we'll see where he chooses to go. Well, sometimes you just get lucky, and it's just in the easiest room to find. It is Gravity Suit, and that is a really good item to find. Because now Meridia is in Logic. Yep, and that is extremely a get out after getting a very important item. Alright, let's see where Lies and Gasoline decides to go from here. Gonna continue picking up missiles, which is fine. Perfectly defensible before you get Charge Beam. Meanwhile, Crockdown for 64-bit Link and is just a few rooms away from a Gravity Suit. And very conveniently, Lies and Gasoline finds East Meridia. Three items here, and with Ice Beam, it is all accessible. Now, whether or not Lies and Gasoline can do the Ice Clip to get to Shack Tool is another thing, but it is there. Alright, Lies and Gasoline is going to check the right sandpit first. 64-bit Link is going to see what's at Croc PBs. It is not the major he's looking for, but it is a super missile, and that's always good. Okay, so Lies and Gasoline is going to reset out. Unfortunately, 64-bit Link is going to take the long way around, so they are not going to find Gravity until the very last check. Hopefully comes up with a couple of, like, probably E-Tanks would probably be the best result out of this. That's a little gross. So the grapple beam makes it really easy to check Shack Tool. Unfortunately, it makes it really easy to check Shack Tool. Meanwhile, 64-bit Link, as expected, is going to get to Indiana Jones missiles through infinite bomb jumps, and we know it's not the answer. And if you made it all the way up there, you might as well pick it up. Alright, so Lies and Gasoline is opting not to check Shack Tool with the newly acquired grapple beam and instead going to head back to Aqueduct and probably make his way up to Botwoon. And there's 64-bit Link picking up Gravity Suit, so I would expect he will follow suit and run into East Meridia the same way Lies and Gasoline did. So the question now is, when 64-bit Link checks left Sandpit and finds Grapple Beam, will he check Shack Tool? Because Lies and Gasoline left it behind when it became very accessible, which granted, it's a slow check, but if the game puts it in front of you, it's got to be on the back of your mind. Like, is there there's 2 items left? Is there something here? But Lies and Gasoline decided not to. Very likely we'll just get it last if there's something left. There's a lot of other items to check, so if there's a major, like let's say at Bottom E-Tank and Precious Missiles, then it's a good skip. Alright, Lies and Gasoline is going to reset the room because you have to keep one of those Metroids alive and use it to clip through the crumble blocks. And there it is. So one super left, plenty of missiles though, but definitely don't want to miss. Alright, Botwoon down for Lies and Gasoline, and 64-bit Link picks up a grapple. Lies and Gasoline sneaks into what is normally Botwoon, and E-Tank gets the missile. Super good. And with regular bombs, traversing, this means it's easy. Alright, so 64-bit Link checked left Sandpit first, did not reset out, keeps the grapple beam, so he may opt to check right Sandpit and Shack Tool if he doesn't find the remaining 2 majors, which I think is sensible. So not only is it a Shack Tool skip, it's also a right Sandpit skip. So this will be a good time save if it works out. Now, if I was Lies and Gasoline, I'd be a little bit careful with this, because if you're going to do the grapple kill on Dragon, you do need some energy to tank. Alright, so sensibly he's going to energy refill, and I would imagine take a save as well. Yep. Meanwhile, 64-bit Link makes a liar out of me and is checking right Sandpit right now. And it looks like he's checking Shack Tool. Which, considering that there's a reserve tank at Precious, Shack Tool might be a play, because there's not a lot of items left to check. There's Vanilla Space Jump behind Dragon, Plasma, and Shack Tool. So, 2 out of those 3. Oh, I'm sorry, and also the 2 items at Aqueducts, which I may or may not be in logic. I don't know if Snail Clip is expected, but still, that is 2 out of 5, so it's, you know, the numbers are starting to dwindle. Line it up. We can get it. See how many tail swipes liesandgasoline is going to take. Decides to escape out of it. And considering the 2 quick hits from Dragon, that's understandable, because Dragon hit you too much, then all of a sudden the grapple kill does not become viable. Oh, looks like 64-bit Link may have to reset. Oh, nope, he gets it. Alright, there's the quick grab from Dragon, and liesandgasoline takes down the Dragon. Yeah, getting it from the right side is always a little tricky. Objective okay. Oh, because Golden 4 is an objective, and thank you, Vanilla Space Jump. Alright, 1 item left. The item at Plasma is completely out of logic. Don't have any way of killing the space pirates in that room. So the only thing left that can be checked is Shack Tool, unless you want to take a save, check what Plasma is, and then reset out just to see. But that's just a time loss, and unless it is exactly Plasma or Screw Attack, then it's... yeah, that's just a waste, because you can't keep it. Not attempting a snail clip. This is probably Shack Tool if there's a save here. Right, 64-bit Link is pretty close to getting an ammo kill on Dragon, but then again, Dragon is pretty close to getting an ammo kill on 64-bit Link at the same time. And there it is. liesandgasoline is going to check Shack Tool, see if the last major is here. We'll see what 64-bit Link is going to do, because we have not seen the second item behind Aqueduct. We know that the first item is a power bomb. So we'll see if our runners have to do a snail clip. Or sit through a long cutscene. So it's either snail clip or it's plasma. Both of which are, I mean, snail clip is at least doable, but plasma is just gross. .64-bit Link is going to forego any further checks at the moment, and is instead going to check the portal at the other side of Forgotten Highway. And it looks like Lies and Gasoline is going to follow suit. But I think Lies and Gasoline should already know where this goes. This goes to the tube. So I know that there's a way to get to West Meridia from here. Yeah, it's the top portal. So 64-bit Link is going to start checking West Meridia. One major item here, not a lot of items to really speak of in West Meridia. There's 2 at Mama Turtle, there's 2 at Main Street, and there's 3 up at the Sand. Where's Aria? It's a great question. When we figure it out, we'll let you know. Wait, did 64 like find Varia? It's marked off on the tracker. I don't remember them picking it up. There we go. Alright, Mama Turtle. Not the answer, but definitely want an E-tank when you have very few E-tanks. Looked like he wanted to go for the missile tank and just lost the space jump right before it. Not really worth it to try again for it. Plenty of other missile tanks out there. Just in case you are confused, Area Rando does put extra safe stations in various places around Planet Zebes, and that was one of them. Right, 64-bit Link is going to show us this portal, which is Turian, which is good information. They're going to need to come back here once they've defeated all 4 bosses. there's Varia. Alright, so now that our runners have Varia, now they can explore more of Norfair. They'll have to find their way back there, though. So far, we have not found any of Lower Norfair. We're still missing 3 Upper Norfair portals. We're missing a Kraid's Lair, and we're missing 2 portals on the... Oh, we found Lower Norfair. It is not go mode yet. We are still missing charge or ammo. That is the most convenient screw attack you'll find in Area Rando. Getting screw attack just before you start Lower Norfair is pretty much the best time to get it. And liesandgasoline is very clearly on get ammo and go. Because there are no more major items left in Lower Norfair, but if ammo is the only thing left that's keeping you from go mode, might as well just start grabbing all of it. And obviously supers, the best ammo to get when you're on an ammo hunt. You need 60 to beat Mother Brain 2, so having at least that much is good. Yeah, ideally you want 40-60 is the minimum ammo for completing the game without charge beam. So getting to those numbers is what you want. And that is liesandgasoline's 3rd power bomb pack, which will be good for a crystal flash if he needs it, which on this low energy is definitely a consideration. This is a safe save by liesandgasoline on this low energy for Ridley. No high jump, so it's going to be not the easiest fight, but it's certainly doable. Granted, he will need to farm up to at least 30 supers before entering the Ridley fight. Otherwise, it's 6 missiles to make up for a super, which is not great. Yeah, 64-bit Link doesn't need any more power bombs, so that's an easy skip. Avoid the 7-second fanfare. Brings you just, brings you to the end of the game a little bit quicker. And all that time does add up. And both runners smartly opting not to run through the acid on this low health. And Lies and Gasoline is going to begin the arduous process of farming for supers. Luckily, Grapple Beam does make this a little bit easier, but it's still a dance you have to do. So while both of our runners are turning around repeatedly and shooting a grapple beam, if you're not following these runners, you should follow these runners. They're a good show for us, and it's definitely good to see some rando action on this Saturday afternoon. Alright. 64-bit Link takes down Ridley pretty darn quick. And decides not to even bother checking what's behind Ridley. Either he's going to... I would assume that skip indicates he's on charge. He's gonna gamble on charge. It's gonna be somewhere in the path. Yeah, Lies and Gasoline we knew is on ammo hunt, so it is absolutely correct. And he's gonna skip missiles, which is probably fine. He needs supers anyway. So I'm not super sure if Link needs another E-Tank. I think the reserve counts, but I'm not 100% on that. This is interesting. 64-bit Link is opting to take a save here. That implies he's going to go swim in some acid doing reverse amphitheater, which is a portal we haven't seen. Have we not seen it? No, we have not seen that portal yet, so this would be new information. And we have not found Kraid's lair yet, so if this is Kraid's lair, this is a huge advantage. Well, he's through with 16 energy. He's in health bomb range, so everything's going to drop health until he gets over 30. Luckily, does not have to do worst room in the game, because you can just skip it by going down here. I'm sure he was hoping for an E-Tank, didn't get one. Lies and Gasoline made it through no problem. And 64-bit Link does have to take this a little bit more cautiously. Can't just go in there and expect great things to happen. Oop. Alright, so Choozo is the name of this tournament, and the whole thing about this tournament is that the runners, before they're matched, select preferences on what they want their race to be. So, what this race specifically is full area randomization, full countdown, which means you get the number telling you how many majors there are. Vanilla boss placement, hard difficulty, random escape sequence, early morph, and vanilla start. So when you see a week 3 match for anybody else, it may not be these settings, but it'll be some other arrangement of those settings. And hilariously enough, Lower Norfair was the meme route portal at Criteria. Lies Gasoline chooses to... Alright, everyone resets. Sick. So both of them are going to end up back at their last save, which was Lower Norfair. So they're opting to take the Lower Norfair exit back to West Meridia. And we'll see where they want to go from here. There's only a few there's portals left to check, but they're not really great locations. If they can make their way back to Upper Norfair, they have 3 unchecked portals there. And if they want to go to Wreck Ship and clear out Fantoon, they can see what the other side of the Wreck Ship leads to. So it's going to be... Basically, we're just looking for Kraid's lair at this point. And or charge beam and or ammo. Let's see where they go from here. So I know at least one of our runners did check Crab Hole, but I did not know what portal that took them to. So both of them are heading back over here, which means Crab Hole is not the answer. Unless... Oh! 64-bit Link is going to Crab Hole. Lies and Gasoline is going down. Oh, I see. Was that just Power Bomb forming? Looks like 64-bit Link is going to start checking the unknown criteria portals that would normally go to the Wreck Ship and Red Tower, while Lies and Gasoline is going up Red Tower, and is probably going to go to Lower Norfair if I had to guess. I'm sorry, Upper Norfair, through this portal here, which takes to Croc. Nope, never mind, going straight up. This might be a Wreck Ship play. I'm a little bit surprised that no ship refill here for 64-bit Link. Getting all those supers back would be a save later. Would be a time save later. Right. 64-bit Link ends up at Upper Norfair. There's still 4 major items here that we have not explored at all. So I would imagine Lies and Gasoline is going to... Oh, he's not even going to Phantoon. He is just going to check portals. Oh, no, never mind. This is a save. So yes, this is going to be fight Phantoon and then check a portal. Ooh. There's a plasma for 64-bit Link. Oh, Spring Ball. So even though the number is 3, we know it's actually 2, because Spring Ball is a major item. And I think 64-bit Link has decided to switch gears and is now picking up at least supers. .64-bit Link is not stopping to check items, but is instead going to check the portal. I don't think we've seen this. Nope, we have not seen this one yet. This is Kraid's lair, alright, and it's a big 0 for Kraid, but it's still a required boss. So that means Charge has to be in Upper North here, right? Because there's... We've gotten everything else in the game. Oh, right, there is one more item in East Meridian, you are correct. This is the first round of the quick kill, and nope, that's not going to do it, so it's time to stand up. And that is a Kraid down for 64-bit Link. Does opt to check for items, which makes sense. You do want to have more ammo than what he currently has. This is Lies and Gasoline just going to go straight to the back portal. Very likely looking for Kraid. We know he's not going to find Kraid back here. At this point, this portal has to go to... It looks like Upper Norfair, the elevator entrance. Which, granted, he's going to want to go to anyway, but he's going to not find the thing he's looking for. Oh, the crab trap was the north elevator. Okay, so where's this gonna lead Lies and Gasoline? No, that's the crab hole. Right, so at this point it is... It's just each runner going to the boss they haven't beaten yet, and then getting enough ammo or finding charge, and then going to Torian. $64-bit Link is now on ammo instead of charge, so, I mean, if he finds charge, then great, but... Video game? What are you doing, video game? Sure, vanilla speed booster. You got it. Right. Lies and Gasoline is going to go into what is going to be presumably Norfair from here? Question mark? Yep, that means charge is in fact Meridia because it's not an Upper Norfair. Oof. Well, the consolation there is... Actually, never mind. West Meridia does not connect to East Meridia, so that's not the play, because Torian is in West Meridia. So getting back to East Meridia is more trouble than it's worth. So this is just ammo. And on that note, 64-bit Link is now in go mode with 60 super missiles. Lies and Gasoline has a few more to pick up. Yeah, so logically to get to charge, which we assume is at Plasma, could also be at it could also be at Snail, at Snail Clip. You would have to have Screw Attack to either check Plasma or do a Snail Clip, which is possible, but not obviously the runners did not do that. Looks like 64-bit Link is going to beeline to the wrecked ship, defeat Phantoon, and then make his way to Torian. Alternatively, Plasma is in logic with Plasma itself, so you didn't have to pick up Screw Attack specifically, but you did have to make your way at least here or get to Lower Norfair for Screw Attack. So liesandgasoline is 2 supers away from the requisite ammo. Meanwhile, 64-bit Link is in the Phantoon fight, missing just one essential part of the microwave beam combo, but at this point, it would have been a nice luxury. Uh-oh. That's an angry Phantoon. Luckily, Space Jump Screw Attack does make this pretty easy. This is just, sitting through it is the issue here. Phantoon down for 64-bit Link, and he will be on his way to Torian. And just in case you did not know that, you have the green light to get to Torian, objective's okay, and now you can get to Torian. liesandgasoline getting the crate quick kill. Very good. So, 64-bit Link's route to Torian is, let's see, wreck ship to Red Tower to the Crab Hole exit, which takes you to West Meridia, and then West Meridia to Torian. Meanwhile, liesandgasoline will have to take Kraid's Lair to Upper Norfair. Ooh, this part's a little, the lines on my map go everywhere. Well, I'm sure liesandgasoline knows the route, because I sure don't. I think Lies and Gasoline will have to take the Croc exit to get to Red Tower, and then Red Tower to the Crab Hole exit to get to West Meridia, and then West Meridia to Torian. But he still needs to find ammo. He needs 2 more super missiles, or the equivalent thereof. In Area Rando, when you take the Torian elevator, you get a full energy and missile refill, so didn't have to worry about farming up at all. Alright, this should be a pretty standard Torian for 64-bit Link. Has Ice Beam, has all the movement tools you would want. I think Gasoline will pick up Speed Booster. Will make things a little bit quicker, but it is not the it was not the super missiles he was looking for. We'll have to see if 64-bit Link gets some good drops for supers in Metroid 4. Good. Definitely would not want to be short of super missiles before getting into the Zebetite room. Lies and Gasoline now on 55 super missiles. I don't know if he picked up the super missile at Bubble Mountain, but that would give him the requisite 60. So if it's 3 missiles per super, I think Lies and Gasoline has the ammo he needs. Because if it's 40-60, then in order to make up 5 supers, you need 15 missiles. So that'd be 55. 55. So that should be correct. .64-bit Link took a save at Mother Brain, at Torian 2, so no matter what, his ammo is going to be 70-59. Trying to get the Ice Zep skip. A little trickier to do with Screw Attack on because that gets rid of your iframes, but let's see how he manages. Looks like he may be trying to set up down back. Likes to reset. So it's always at this point in the race where you start getting nervous. Like, taking a reset here, just... You may be in a good position, but you obviously have no idea where your opponent is, so this is just, like, nerve-wracking, because you don't know if that reset costs you the race or not. Alright, 64-bit Link is through the Zebatites and will make his way to the brain in a glass. Oh, yep, gotta be careful with those turrets. Those will snipe a missile, and you don't want them sniping a super. Alright, let's see. 49 supers need to make up 11. And alright, so 64-bit Link is covered. I would personally like to see missiles to start with and supers to end the fight, because you don't want... Yeah, there it is. And then once the catch-up phase starts, then you switch back to your supers and just empty that out. Alright, there it is. Liesandgasoline does have to be a little bit more careful with his ammo count because he has less supers to play with. He isn't grouping them together, so he has to spend supers on each one. And is instead opting to... Ooh, skips through that. Alright. 48 supers. Oh, he's doing math in his head, probably. Alright, so let's see. 40... Yep, that's a reset. So he can do all of that again. Or, as Chad is suggesting, you can go back to the terrain elevator and then go back down it, and that's another refill. But it is still time. He's going to try it again, hopefully getting some better drops this time around. Meanwhile, on 64-bit Link side, we have a baby who is going to impart a hyper beam. Now, do keep in mind that this escape is not your normal escape. It is a random escape, so Torian is going to drop them off at the exit of a random map station that is not Criteria, so they will have to find their way back to the ship. Let's see. So, 64-bit Link has 6 minutes to get off the planet. That should tell you a little something about where this is going to drop him off. We are in the wreck ship, so it's time. That's not a terrible drop off. Six-four building is going to shine spark across the wrecked ship, just a few rooms away from the landing site. Oh, this is not vanilla. They have to go. Oh, right. Oh, I bet on that one. I would have been messed up by this if I was playing this. I would have just completely forgotten that this was area rando. All right, how do you get back to criteria from here? All right, it looks like it's the red tower, and then it's the upper North Fair portal. Takes you to the Torian door in criteria, and that's the win. And get your GGs in chat for 64-bit Link, who finishes the race with a official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 6 seconds. Meanwhile, on liesandgasoline's side, 55, so needs... Yep, we'll have enough ammo to finish this up. Let's see where charge was. So we sort of deduced it was at Plasma, which would have been funny because you could have gotten the charge beam and done pseudo screws to get out, but you're banking on charge being there. So there's that. And let's welcome into the booth the winner of today's race, 64-bit Link. GG's. I think you're muted.
Oh, there we go.
All right, well, GG's.
Yep, GG's. That was an interesting seed.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, so my first question is, when did you switch gears between looking for charge and going to ammo?
It was probably when I had like 35 supers, and I was like halfway still like hoping I'd run into it, but then I realized that pretty much like as soon as I was getting loads of supers, I'm like, it's probably just gonna be better to pick up ammo than to hope for finding charge, which turned out to be a good decision because nobody was finding charge in this race.
Yeah, it was like you could not have gotten it on the first pass through, and there was no way either of you were routing that back in. Like, I was wondering, like, all right, well, they didn't do snail clip, so they didn't check aqueduct, and that could have been the other place it could have been. But yeah, it's just we saw it on the credit rolls. It was in plasma, and that was just it was a bad location.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, were you nervous at all in Turian when you had to? Did you have to take a reset at some point, or was that Liza?
Yeah. I reset on Zeb Skip once just because I lost a lot of health, and I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to deal with potentially just dying at the end of the fight.
Yeah. He had to take a reset because the Metroids didn't cooperate with ammo refills. He only ended with 55 supers, so he had to be a little bit more careful with his ammo count. And after Metroids 4, he did not. I think he had like maybe 49 supers, so he didn't have the ammo at that point. So he had to take a reset. Speaking of, he is taking a interesting way out. He is not taking the way that you took out.
Yeah, it's possible maybe this... Actually, I think this spits you out in Meridia. Because I chose to go the other way just because I'm like, okay, Red Tower to Criteria, directly to Criteria should be better.
Yeah, I think this drops him off at Crab Hole.
Yeah. Unless he's looking to save the animals, because like I think that in Randomized Escape, the animals can be in one of the other map station rooms.
So this is like my first time dealing with any seed that does the random escape. So when I was looking up the things before the race started, I was like, huh, that's an interesting twist on things. It's a nice change.
Yeah.
Alright, and this goes to... Alright, this goes... Yeah, so he takes the portal that's below this, and that's Criteria. So that's another way to get out.
Okay, yeah. Also, 2 routes, probably not... I'd say the one I took might be slightly more efficient.
Yeah, that's one of the things, though, about full area rando, is that you have to figure out the routes on the fly, and you can't spend like too much time trying to figure out what that efficient route is, because you're not making progress if you're trying to, do the calculations.
Yeah.
You just gotta go, and that's a finish for liesandgasoline at 1:29:35, and I think he declined the interview.
Yeah, but yeah, GG to him. Yeah. Yeah, because that's one of the interesting things about area randos. You do have to kind of react to things on the fly, and it's. But yeah, I mean, the one thing about the randomized escape is that at the very least you can kind of plan out, like, you know, it's going to drop you at one of the map stations, so you can kind of think about it while you're in the cutscene. So, although I forgot about wrecked ship map station when I was like planning it out, and then when I got spit out there, I was like, "Oh right, this is a map station too."
Yep.
So I did kind of have to route that on the fly, but it worked out.
Very good. So this, if I did the count correctly, this now puts you at 2-1.
Yep.
All right. How many weeks is the how many weeks is Swiss?
I'd have to
If you
look that
know.
up.
All right. I was like, oops, I should have probably researched that before, but oh well. All right.
I should probably know being in the tournament, but
Yeah. All right. So otherwise, any other thoughts?
uh, just yeah, interesting seed. Will be fun to watch this one back. And thanks for the commentary. And I'm not sure who was on tracking, but thanks to whoever was on tracking.
Yep, that was Zestro Zooks. That was on tracking. And yeah, once again, GG's and congrats on the win.
Yeah.
All right, so coming up in Choozo tomorrow on SpeedGaming 5, we have Papa Schmo versus Sasquatch at. That's not tomorrow, that's tonight. Tonight at 10 p.m. on SpeedGaming 5 is Papa Schmo versus Sasquatch. And that is going to be, let's see, countdown, full area, random boss, harder difficulty, random escape, random morph, vanilla start. So pretty kind of close to what we have here, just a random morph instead of an early morph, which I just guess means that the morph ball could be in the ceiling, I suppose, but I can't assume that. And nothing else scheduled, but yeah, this says the week is very quickly ending, and we're gonna start week 4, I suppose, on Monday. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and if we do not see you at 10 p.m. for Papa Schmel versus Sasquatch, then we will see you next mission.